40 negative sentences in past perfect tense. My father hadn't been at home for 3 days. He had not found his wife at home. Anybody had written me a poem before. The police had seen nothing suspicious. None of us had seen each other for years. I hadn't noticed his absence. My daughter hadn't gone to school for a week. I had never seen such a bad movie. No one had seen anything. I hadn't seen her before. My dad had not gone to work for a week. John had not paid the rent. I had never cried in a public place. The Germans hadn't achieved all their objectives. I hadn't done my homework when my father came. I hadn't realized how important this is for you. I wish you hadn't told my mom. He hadn't been like this before. I hadn't thought of it. She hadn't called me since May. My father still hadn't bought a new car. I hadn't seen my father for 6 months. Brian hadn't done anything wrong. I had not understood what he said. I had never driven a car before. There hadn't been any incidents at school lately. The country had not changed a bit since 1990. I had not expected this from you. I wish I had not spent so much money. I had not thought to see them here. Tom hadn't cleaned his room for months. We hadn't seen each other in ages. I wish I hadn't seen any of that. They hadn't even noticed I was gone. You told me you hadn't seen him. I hadn't witnessed her stealing. I hadn't eaten lunch, so I was hungry. It hadn't stopped raining, so I didn't go out. I hadn't visited Europe before that time. She had never seen her husband in this mood before.